Welcome back everyone to episode 13 of Ríos del Cielo. Today's episode, I want to continue with the airport, do some detailing on this thing. I'm going to add some of the items that will increase the airport's attractiveness. I think this side is a good place to put the refueling area. It's a good starting point. I should put a road out to access that. I'll use that same road. Why not? Yeah, already we're beginning to get detail. Isn't that nice? And let's put in our curb breaker as we go along. But in between those two, that'll give us sort of a centralized entrance. These are actually two separate models. You can pretend like they're one. And the usual adjustments on the nodes. This is becoming like a second nature to me, which is a good thing because those things really do help add detail and realism to your map. So it's really worthwhile to put them in as you go along. It'd be kind of nice if models that are meant to go roadside like that had that curb breaker built into them. So whenever you place a model roadside, it would automatically put that in. But then we wouldn't need the mod. Stick in a hangar. Good place for it. It's a little close to that taxiway, however. I think if we get any jumbo jets coming through there, the wings will be clipping through the walls of the hangar. I can move the whole mess over here. I gotta select the nodes on the curb breaker as well. Alright, that whole mess can go over. We have lots of room. In fact, we could go all the way over to where the left-hand edge lines up with the edge of the road there. Keep going. Yeah. Out there we can throw some concrete in that corner when the time comes. Pull that road out to include the hangar. It. Little area is looking good. I do find detailing quite relaxing.
It kind of calms us down.
Need a curb breaker there. Although I don't think any vehicles actually go in there, but they will. If you put that little invisible road in there. Very least they'll come down here and turn in there and turn around. The AI always likes to use those dead-end roads as turnarounds. But it'll make, once the simulation's running, it'll make the activity look more realistic. I want to spread that node out a bit, but not quite that much. Whoa, too much. Bring it back. Get carried away. That's good. Right about there. And rid of the crosswalks and all the usual stuff. Add a plane to that hangar. Again, more detail. It's always good. Yep, fits in there nicely. Right size hangar for that aircraft. And looks like it could stand to come in a little bit more. Let's pull her back this way. Yeah, that looks good. That'll do. Alrighty then. With the post office mail sorting facility, I had promised sort of need it out here by the airport as well. We have one by the freight train depot in the industry area, but we need to have one out here by the airport where there naturally would be one. And our fire house and police station, they need parking lot. Put those in. Boy, the roof of that firehouse is really grungy looking. Well weathered. Yeah, let's get that all going. That thing is wonky. I do need to put in a wide entryway there. Move this over a little bit so that we got some room. Yeah, I'll keep that tight there so we'll have room for this to expand this node. Get it centered on the forward doorway there. I hate how the road dips. The node drops down for some reason. Okay, we're going to do the fully adjustable mode. Get our nice wide opening there. Yep. All that looks good. Yeah, that firehouse looks like it's been there for a few years. I think I can put a parking lot in here for the mail sorting building. Okay. And let's see where the spawn points are there. I have to put that road in there so the spawn points will be close enough to attach themselves to a road. But a little invisible road does count as a road. So I can move those points now wherever I want, and they're still active. think I want to split them up so that the trucks sort of come out of one side or the other. Spawn on one side, go in on the other. And rotate them. Yeah. That'll make it look more active. I'll put that one there for the time being. The generic spawn point. All these need to be moved over a bit. Yeah, they can share that parking lot there. You want to move that into the parking lot. It makes sense, doesn't it? There you go. Any cars, regular cars, and trucks that are coming to there will go into the parking lot. And now the curb breaker on that. Single length of road there seems to work well for the recycling center. It's close enough that I can put the spawn point inside the garage there, which makes it a little more realistic when the vehicles go in there. It. I'm gonna spread that out just a tad. Getting obsessed with these small details.
Does that make me a bad guy?
But I am quite happy with the way the city is developing and looking. This point anyway. And that really is down to keeping up with the details. Great. Let's get this spawn point moved. Put it in the garage there. Rotate that so they go in and out there. Even though the garage door doesn't open. Just makes the activity a little more realistic.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Did all the same stuff with the clinic there. Didn't make you watch it. I hope you appreciate that.
Well, I am the nice one.
Now on this side, we got a nice big open space here to play with. I think I want to put down all of the helicopter depots, medical, police, and fire over here. So we're going to need a little access road coming off the main road there. Not too close to the taxiways. And I think I'll use those new extra large high capacity helicopter depots. They're much more impressive.
Most impressive.
See what that looks like. First time I've ever put them down. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all those helipads. Yeah, much more impressive. More detail for free. Looks like it's got 2 areas for curb breakers there. Let's put in all the buildings first, and then we'll worry about the drudgery of hooking them up to the roads so they look good. Yep, that's nice. I can go closer in there. Sort of have to take into account where the curb breakers go, because you can't have your nodes too close to each other there. So they have to be sort of staggered. Put the police up there. Keep the active buildings further away from the taxiways. Yeah, that's great. Alright, I'm gonna put in all of these curb breakers. This one goes wide, I think, for all the parking spaces there. Yeah, that freeform node thing works really well for that. Makes it much easier to adjust them. Okay. Got all the spawn points for helicopters there. I think I want the spawn point here right in front of the garage there. That one doesn't belong there. There's a fence. Ooh, damn it. Deleted the road. Arg. Control Z. That worked. Got rid of the curb breaker there. There's a fence. I didn't see that fence there going all the way to the wall. So there is only one entrance there. We'll put the spawn point in the garage. Just checking to make sure its altitude didn't change, because helicopters are going to go on the roof there. Okay. It's a nice little area. A parking lot in here. Just sort of round it off. Just scooch it over a bit. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, pick a node. Any node. Just move it around there. Move it to where you need it. It. Fun with nodes. I think in the future, as I get this simulation running, it's going to be nicer to have all that minutiae done so that traffic doesn't build up. Here's another little detail piece I can put in for the airport. Little radar tower. I think I'm going to run a gravel road out there. Just more detail. Doesn't really mean anything. I think a nice little short building there would be nice too. Sort of I don't know, radar maintenance office or something like that. I'm gonna pick up building, office type of building. Something small and square and office looking. I want the 4x2 parking lot in there. Okay. It looks officey except for the damn sign out front there. We don't need a curb breaker, there's no curb. I think I have to use bulb to get rid of that sign there. Nope. Works better right up against the road there. Great. Alright, Bob. Do your thing. Get rid of that sign. Okay, that'll do. Looks good. Now I want to put these airport hotels in. They count towards the attractiveness of the airport area. I don't know if the new hotels do or not. I'm going to stick with these for the time being. Maybe I'll find something that can fit in there. Let's see. I think I want to replace this road. Since that hotel's going to need walk-ins. Even if you have parking there, it's just realize this road I put down around the rim has no sidewalks. So I'm going to have to put down a road with sidewalks. But I don't want something, I don't want the trees. And also it can't be too wide, else I have to sort of redo that whole thing. It's got to fit more or less in the same space. Big, that might work. 3 units. A little slightly wider, as you can see, but I think it'll work. Yeah, 4 lane.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
And that's the final section. Yeah, it fits in there okay. It butts up against the seawall there and looks okay. It's got sidewalks, so people can get around on foot there. I want some parking garages, both for the airport and the hotels. Now we're running into those lounges. I think we'll be getting rid of a couple that are in there anyway. Yeah, let's get rid of that one too. Got another parking garage in there. Make a little complex. Put in our breakers. A lot of traffic lights and stuff there, but we'll get rid of them. Go away once we set our roads up correctly. Like so. Okay, great. Yep, it's looking good. I think I want to see about decorating the road there so we don't have those big empty gaps. So I got to make another road decoration thingy. I don't have one that's already made up. It does have double yellow lines in the center, so I have to make a new one. I don't often use this particular road. I think it's a state highway, something like that. We can color the lines, we can set them right where they should be. Right. Yellowish. Bright. And a little more red to it. And decrease the saturation a bit. Yeah. Don't spend all day with us.
Yes, get over there!
And they need to be a little bit closer together. Inner. Yeah, thinner and closer together. Like that. Great. Now the dashed lines. The default dashed lines are a little bit too many and too short. So we can adjust that. The length correct and then spacing correct, more or less. Never going to be exact, but that's pretty close. I can copy that, set the other line to that same setting. You can select the line first and so on. And paste the settings. Yep. Great. Alright. And I think I'm going to copy that whole decoration. Marking is the word I'm looking for. I don't know why I said decoration. It's not a cake. That's pretty close. That'll do. And we just paste them in here. Yep. Paste and apply. Paste and apply. Alrighty. Okay. I think I want that hotel complex with the parking garages sort of be duplicated over here. I'm gonna select all that stuff there. Three buildings and hit copy, bring that over here. Get it sort of centered there. Just put it down, fine tune it after they're down. Gotta use the move it mod to switch through the models there so they match. There we go. They have those two different models, the bare one and the one with the decorations on the outside. I'm gonna switch the color of the hotel. Yep, that's good. I'll set the other one to that later. Now, one of the other things we can add here is the office for the airline. Add that to the airport. Also increases its attractiveness. It looks like a good spot for it. And let's see. Got an entryway. It's got a parking around the side there. Don't think it needs its own parking lot. But I could always add one in there later. It doesn't matter. Let's add that access to the parking that's already attached to the building. Now that I think of it, it's a pretty good sized building. Probably going to need some more parking. Put it over by the entryway when I get around to it. Yep. Paste and apply. Yeah, spawn point. Time being, I'll put it right there. I think once I get an actual parking lot put next to it, it'll be fine. I want to add some more oil tanks out here. Use a little more detail on this side. Using some of the industrial oil industry tank storage tanks. Looks great. Added the curb breakers off camera. All right. I think it's tree time. Can't go too crazy with the trees. You got to keep them away from the taxiways and the runways, of course. We can fill in all the other areas with them for the time being. Might put some other decorations in the entryway of the airport there, like a monument or statue of some kind. For now, the trees make it look like a place. Come on, select the right mode and everything here. Yeah, spread them out a little bit. Trees, trees, trees. I love trees.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
Alright. Looks good. Down the line here, make sure these areas are covered. Okay, I won't put any trees between the fuel tanks and the planes. We can go out a little bit with some trees there. And let's forest this featureless plain that I made here. So at least people have something to look at when they're coming into the airport. Okay. Looking pretty good. And I think off camera I'll probably add stuff to the concrete area there, mainly just hangars and little vehicles, what have you. I think it'll make finish that off. Look at the garbage truck going into the garage. It works.
Victory is mine!
Okay. I think that's enough for today. As always, thanks for joining me. I hope to see you again tomorrow.